My name is Pete Alvarez, and I'm honored to be principal of Rampart High School. I'd like to welcome you to this year's Veterans Day Assembly, and I want to take this opportunity to thank and remember all of our veterans on this day. Enjoy the assembly, and big thanks to all of our staff member veterans who volunteered to be a part of this assembly. Thank you.
Good morning, Rampart Rams. I want to start off by saying thank you to Mr. Pete Alvarez, our school principal, and Ms. Tracy Cormany, one of our 4 assistant principals, for requesting and allowing me the honor to be the Veterans Day keynote speaker and give the speech today, 11 November 2020. Many of you know me as Officer Wills, one of your friendly Rampart security officers. What you may not know about me is that prior to coming to Academy School District 20 and Rampart High School, I served in the Army. I was assigned to the U.S. Army Medical Command for 27 years. As a medic, I had a specialty in dental science and served as a dental hygienist while fulfilling my 27 years of dedicated service to this great nation. One thing I learned in the Army was to cater to your speech to the audience that you were addressing. With that said, I want to explain what Veterans Day is. Some might say that we already had Memorial Day, so what is the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day? Well, for starters, Memorial Day is observed in May, and this year was on Monday, May 25th. Memorial Day is a day that we as Americans commemorate the ultimate sacrifice that so many men and women have made in the pursuit of freedom and liberty while defending the United States in combat. Those brave Americans gave their lives so that we can continue to live in peace with freedom. Veterans Day, on the other hand, is observed on the 11th day of November. Originally, it was called Armistice Day in 1938, and it was to commemorate and honor veterans of World War I. That was all changed in 1954 when it was changed to Veterans Day as we know it, and was intended to honor all veterans from all wars and conflicts to include peacetime. Veterans Day is a day set aside to recognize, honor, and pay tribute to the many men and women who have volunteered to serve this great country. Those individuals have sacrificed so much in order to serve and ensure our long history of continued freedom and liberty for all. Veterans of the United States have served honorably in the United States Army, Air Force, Marine Corps, Navy, Coast Guard, Merchant Marine, and the newly established Space Force. Veterans of all branches have come and gone and have dedicated many years of their life to ensure the freedom that we cherish can continue for many generations to come. Veterans have sacrificed so much to ensure the safety of our country. Whether it was in combat or at peacetime, veterans have missed birthdays of loved ones, graduations, holiday gatherings, births of children, and unfortunately, deaths of family and friends. Veterans have missed so much to ensure that they, their families, friends, and the citizens of this nation can continue to rest easy knowing that the United States will continue to flourish, prosper, and continue to be the greatest country on earth. Like so many Americans who have served this great nation, we here in Academy School District 20 and Rampart High School have a few of our own who have proudly served our country. At this time, I would like to recognize those individuals who have volunteered to serve in one of the branches of our armed forces. Justin Chittister served 8 years in the U.S. Navy. Anthony Daniel served 6 years in the U.S. Army. Wallace Haynes served 23 years in the U.S. Air Force. Brian Herman served 21 years in the U.S. Air Force. Brian Hutchison served 22 years in the U.S. Air Force. David Issue served 24 years in the U.S. Air Force. Vicki King served 10 years in the U.S. Air Force, and Sotera Reed served 3 years in the U.S. Army. Collectively, these individuals have over a combined 144 years of commitment, dedication, and service to the United States, so thank you all very much for your service. Many of you here today have a parent or both parents, grandparent, a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, cousin, or close family friend who have served. You may know firsthand the many sacrifices that these individuals have gone through to ensure the safety and freedom that we all cherish. Next time you see these individuals, tell them hello and then thank them for their service to our country. Many Americans have honorably served this great nation. A few notable names that you may be familiar with include General Douglas MacArthur, General Norman Schwarzkopf, Sergeant Audie Murphy, General Colin Powell, and Tuskegee Airman Brigadier General Charles McGee. A few Americans that you may have heard of but may not have known served in the military include Elvis Presley, who served in the Army, Chuck Norris, who served in the Air Force, Clint Eastwood, who served in the Army, B. Arthur of the Golden Girls, who served in the Marines, Morgan Freeman, who served in the Air Force, Ice-T from Law and Order, who served in the Army, and finally Adam Driver, star of The Rise of Skywalker, a Star Wars franchise, served in the Marine Corps. Before I close, I would like to say how proud I am to have been able to serve this great country. I come from a family of many service members. My dad was in the Army and deployed to Vietnam for 2 tours and served 26 years. My wife was also in the Army, deployed to Iraq for 15 months and served 11 years. My oldest daughter is currently serving in the Army Reserve, stationed out of Massachusetts. My son is in the Army, stationed at Fort Hood, Texas, and is currently deployed to the Middle East. My nephew is currently serving in the Marine Corps and stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and recently came back from a deployment from the Middle East. I have another nephew who served in the Air Force for 4 years, and finally I have another nephew who served in the Army for 4 years. As you can see, I come from a family rich in military service. I consider myself blessed to have been able to serve for 27 years. I have met so many dedicated people around the world and consider myself very fortunate to have been able to work with so many Americans who share in the common interests of this nation. In closing, Veterans Day is one day that we as Americans pay tribute to and honor our past and current members of the armed forces. Although we honor them on Veterans Day, we thank them every day for their dedication, service, and commitment to this great country. We also thank their families for their hardship, support, and resiliency. Remember, if you see a veteran, think a veteran. Happy Veterans Day 2020, Rampart Strong.